go first.
You go first.
No, you go first.
Right? You go first.
Okay, I'll go first.
No, I go.
You sure? You mean,
Just days before the highly anticipated fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, Tyson announced that he has been training with a familiar rival. Now, who is this rival he's referring to? Throughout his career, Tyson has faced some of the most legendary boxers, and they all deserve to be called rivals. However, the rival Tyson is talking about is none other than Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield has been training hard with Mike Tyson, and it's given him a whole new outlook on the big match coming up on November 15th. Holyfield now has a strong feeling about what will happen when Jake Paul steps into the ring. From what he's seen in training, he's sure it won't be an easy day for Jake. Even though Mike Tyson is 58 years old, he still has an incredible amount of power and skill. When he hits hard, and that's something Holyfield sees up close in training every day. He knows Tyson is still a serious force in boxing, which makes him feel confident that Jake will be up for a real challenge. Tyson isn't someone to be underestimated. Many might think age could slow Tyson down, but Holyfield knows better. Training with him has shown that Tyson's strength and speed are still there.
One of the first things Cuss ever told me was this invention called the Willie, right? It's named after light heavyweight champion Willie Pastrana, right? Let me explain this. Cuss would call out a number. Cuss would call out these numbers, right? Cuss would call these numbers out, and I would do it slow because I'm an old motherfucker now, right? But Cuss would call the numbers in rapid succession, and it would go something like this. 1, left hook to the jaw, boom. 2, right hook to the jaw, boom. 3, left uppercut. 4, right uppercut. 5, left hook to the liver. 6, right hand to the spleen. 7, jab to the head. 8, jab to the body. Fuck, I'm glad I don't have to do that for a living no more. God damn.
Evander Holyfield feels confident saying things won't go well for Jake Paul in this fight, and he has the proof to back it up. Jake even reached out to Holyfield himself, asking him to help with his training. Holyfield found this a bit surprising. It made him wonder if Jake is feeling nervous about the match.
So you got to make it, you know what? I'm going to be jabbing. So if I be jabbing, you're going to try to hit me.
Even though Holyfield could sense Jake might be desperate for some extra help, he still agreed to train him. Holyfield is willing to share his knowledge and teach the young fighter what he knows about boxing. He believes it's important to pass on what he's learned over the years. Holyfield remembered the first time he saw Jake Paul. Right away, he couldn't stop thinking that Jake wouldn't stand a chance against his old rival, Mike Tyson. At that time, Jake didn't look ready for such a big fight, especially since he seemed a bit out of shape and not prepared for the strength Tyson would bring. Even with these doubts, Holyfield's love for teaching pushed him to give Jake a shot. He wanted to help Jake learn and grow, hoping he could at least give him a fighting chance. Holyfield believed that everyone deserves a chance to improve, and that's why he decided to train Jake.
Stay ready, y'all gotta get ready. Stay ready.
That's the whole thing. That's the truth of it all. You'll never get out of shape. You ain't got to worry about getting in.
Yeah. You say Tyrone Woodley's a 5-time UFC champion, but can he do this?
When fans heard that Evander Holyfield was going to train Jake Paul, people had mixed feelings about it. Some fans thought this might be Holyfield's way of keeping his old rivalry with Mike Tyson going. They figured that if Holyfield wouldn't fight Tyson himself, maybe he could help Jake take on that challenge instead. On the other hand, some fans didn't agree with Holyfield's choice. They felt he shouldn't be training a YouTuber like Jake to face a boxing legend like Tyson. To them, it seemed like Holyfield was encouraging a silly idea by helping Jake prepare for such a huge match.
Evander Holyfield will be the biggest loser training Jake Paul for this fight. The reason being is because Evander Holyfield should have let bygones be bygones. He should not have got personally involved. He should not have took sides.
When Holyfield heard what people were saying, he didn't argue back or try to prove them wrong. He knew that training Jake Paul might lead to both good and bad opinions from fans. Some would like it and some wouldn't, but he wasn't too worried about that. Holyfield felt confident in his choice to train Jake. He believes that with his help, Jake can become faster and sharper in the ring. But even with all the training, Holyfield knows this doesn't mean Jake will win, especially if he faces someone as strong and experienced as Mike Tyson. Holyfield stands by his decision. He wants to give Jake the tools to improve, but he understands that no training can guarantee a victory. Facing Tyson is still a huge challenge, and Jake will have to work hard to stand a chance.
It's with the confidence the other guy. I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this, but you know he's gonna be a lot quicker.
Holyfield also shared an important tip with Jake Paul, something he used himself when he fought Mike Tyson in the past. This tip could help Jake in a big way if he's willing to listen and try it. Holyfield told Jake to stay close to Tyson during the fight, which might help him keep Tyson from using his powerful moves. By staying close, Jake could make it harder for Tyson to use his tricks and strategies. If Jake can learn to stay near Tyson and not give him much room, he might be able to stop some of Tyson's strong punches. This could give Jake a better chance of holding his own in the ring. Even though it's not a guarantee, Holyfield thinks that staying close could make a big difference for Jake. It's a smart move that might help him survive longer against Tyson.
If he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great.
Why is that tip so important for Jake Paul? Well, Holyfield explained that Mike Tyson is like a snake. He strikes when you're not ready. Tyson knows how to surprise his opponents with fast, strong punches, and he's really good at it. If Jake stays far away, he'll give Tyson more chances to land those powerful hits. When there's a lot of space between them, Tyson can quickly move in and attack before Jake even realizes it. That's why Holyfield thinks Jake needs to stay close. Jake can make it harder for Tyson to pull off his usual tricks by staying near to Tyson. If Jake keeps the distance small, Tyson's attacks might not work as well. Tyson wouldn't have the room he needs to get in those big punches.
Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close.
Tyron Woodley, a former UFC welterweight champion, has shared his thoughts on the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. He calls it a very even fight, which means he thinks both fighters have a good chance of winning. Woodley believes that Tyson's age adds some uncertainty, making the outcome harder to predict. However, he still thinks Tyson's skill and power are big advantages. Woodley knows that even though Tyson is older, he has a lot of experience from his many fights. This experience can help Tyson stay strong in the ring. Woodley believes that Tyson's years of training and fighting make up for the age difference between him and the 27-year-old Jake Paul.
Most of his fights were almost attempted murder. So literally, Jake wouldn't have stood a chance. Nobody would even commission or sanction a fight against him and Mike Tyson.
Despite his support for Tyson, Woodley commends Paul's strategic approach to fight selection. Jake always puts himself in a win-win situation where a loss doesn't harm his reputation. He carefully picks opponents who, even if he loses, make him look good for having tried, Woodley said.
He took a risk, he took a chance. So I like the fight, I'll be at the fight. I was originally fighting on the card. We couldn't find a formidable opponent that made sense. So now it's just to support the event and be a part of a big event in combat sports.
Both Tyron Woodley and Evander Holyfield believe that Mike Tyson will win this match. They know that Tyson is not in his prime anymore, but they still think he has what it takes to come out on top. They understand that age can change a fighter, but they also believe that Tyson's skills and experience make him very strong. Woodley and Holyfield seem to think that age is just a number, and it doesn't really matter when it comes to fighting. For someone like Tyson, who is a legendary boxer, his talent is still there. Even though he is older, his years of experience in the ring give him an advantage over younger fighters like Jake Paul. But what do you think? Please let me know down below.